Alrighty, Doc here from North America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It is halfway through the week. It's Wednesday, and I guess we have even more action coming as we speak. You know, there's a lot more news out there to be had. Let's start it off with looking at some of it. Let's see, where's it at? That one right there. Yeah, right there. So today, what we're going to get is you see the dollar. First of all, let's move that out of the way for a second and go up to the dollar index itself. There's the dollar index. You can see it's been a little weak. Went into the buy and went back into the sell here. I'm not sure why the line's not there. I put it in there and it fails to stay. Let's move that over and let's widen it like a little bit so we can actually see this action. Like so. There it is. So it's been in the sell now for 4 days. The pressure is trying to aim down. We have what do we have? We have Fed people speaking. You know, there's actually the chairman is speaking in front of Congress. Is it today? That's why I have that thing on the screen there for the 6th. And today is the 6th of March. And so we have, I think it's the Humphrey Hawkins thing that we used to talk about. Let's see, 6666. Whereas he does it on the 7th. I know he's speaking to Congress. I don't know why they don't have that up on there, but he is speaking to Congress. I believe it starts today. And, you know, we've had many a Fed president or a board member over the last 3 or 4 weeks try to make it clear that the best we're going to see is maybe 2 cuts. And one might come in June. More than likely, there'll be one in June. Again, when they start seeing the inflation, I think that they're gonna have to change their course, and that's what we're watching for at this point in time. Is that inflation is going to kick in, and they're going to be like, wait a second, why is there inflation again jumping up on us? And they're going to try to make it sound like, Mr. Biden and the administration seems to think that if he keeps on saying it over and over and over again, people are going to believe it. And it's just not working because they have to go and put fuel in their machines, and they have to put, clothes, buy clothes, they have to buy food, they have to pay bills, and so it just keeps on constantly reflecting the fact that things are not as good as Mr. Biden says. But if you're a government worker, they're really good. It's totally the flip side, because most of the almost like 90% of the growth we're seeing, if not more, is coming from government. It's not coming from private sector. Hey, Robin, how you doing? I saw what came in. Thank you very much. So that is the issue right there alone, and that is that we're not growing in the private sector whatsoever. We're losing jobs, but in the public or the government job market, they're growing, and so it's a battle. It's a constant battle, back and forth, and he can't understand, or his administration can't understand, why we're not all excited about the idea of more government employees. And as I tried to say it yesterday and the day before, it's like taking $30 in your pocket from the right pocket, putting it in the left pocket, and think you have 60, or 30 euros and think you have 60 euros just because you moved it from one pocket to another. And so when you hire government employees, that means you have to tax more, which means you take money away from the public. And so they lose even more money. And he doesn't seem to understand that. And it's very dinosaur-like, In other words, it's a very old concept, thinking that taxation actually grows an economy. Every time they cut taxes, more tax money comes in. Every time they increase taxes, less tax money comes in. And I'll say that one more time because it's so important for people to understand what is historic, what's going on forever and ever. Whenever you raise taxes since 1913, so it's over 111 years, we have history of it. Raise taxes and you get less tax money in to the government the following years. Lower taxes, and you get more tax money come in. So the idea is the more taxes you cut, the more money you're going to get in. And that's just the way it works. And they don't understand that, and I guess they'll never understand it. I'm not sure why they won't understand it, but they don't seem to want to understand it. So that's where we stand, and that's why the dollar index is acting the way it is. Because you can see interest rates are not dropping. The best they can do is make them go sideways or chop or be inside an envelope or something like that. And yeah, we're probably going to see a cut somewhere out there. When? I don't know. They think it's going to be June, and then there'll be a pause, and then they won't see another one until like October. I just don't, I just don't see it. I really don't. I think inflation is going to kick up over the next 3 months, and statistically, and the government will do its best to tell us that it's transitory or some other stupid concept, but in the end result is that inflation is going up, not down. So it's just going up slower. That's all. We had under Mr. Trump, it was like 1.41. We had very slow inflation all those years, and and we had incredible amounts of tax money coming in, with very big tax cuts. And now we're still under the Trump tax system, and that drives the Democrats even more crazy because they want to raise taxes for whatever reason. It sure isn't to bring in money, that's for sure. All right. Anyhow, there is the dollar index. Let's take a look at it on it's flirting with the weekly sell right there. Where's that little circle at? Thought I put that in there yesterday too. Right there, you can see it. It's under the zero line by minus 0.13. You can see it. 4 days in a sell, but I don't really think this thing's going anywhere. I think it's just going to be choppy, sideways. Just kind of hovering. Like you can basically see it. It's been some type of envelope between 106 basically all the way down to a little under par. We're at 100. So it's trapped in there. That's not bad. When it's over 1,000 or 1 full point, I think of it as at fair value. When it's under it, I think it's under fair value. When it's above it, it's over fair value. So in other words, right now, the dollar is overpriced. All right. Let's take a look at it on an intraday basis. There it is right there. It went into the sell right there. Let's just put something in there like so. So it went into the sell right there. Well, actually, let's use the red. Went into the buy right there. Went into the sell right there. And then it went into the... Where's the sell at? Is that it right there? I think that's the sell right there. No, the sell is right there. Interesting. And what did that do? That's a plus, and the other two are zeros. Well, that's awful hard to read. Even if we don't take that as the sell, you take, I'm sorry, if you take that as the buy. So we grab that, move it over again. Goes into the buy right there. And it's a loser. And then goes into the sell right there. And it's still in the sell until, I guess, up until here. So I went into the sell there, and it gave your money somewhere in there. And now it's in the buy, and it's trying to go up. But this doesn't really have that much momentum, especially with all this confusion and misdirection going on by the government constantly, trying to tell us that we have a really good economy, but we need to lower rates at the same time. If we have a really good economy, there's no reason to lower rates. And so the dollar gets trapped in that situation where it doesn't know if it wants to go up or down. All right, as we sip our tea. Now from there, we'll put that down because I thought the Fed was I think it's Humphrey Hawkins this week. So that he does. I think Powell speaks today and tomorrow. Let's go to the Dukascopy. Where is that? Dukascopy calendar. There it is, right there. Let's try it today. Right there, like that. And that's what we get. We get during the webinar here today. Where's it at? 8:15, right? Yeah, ADP comes out in about 35 minutes. And then I could have sworn he was speaking today. Yeah, there it is. Fed's daily speech. Yeah, this is what they call the the Congress. The senator that started it was, his name was Hawkins. And it was Henry Hawkins, or it was Humphrey Hawkins. That's it. And the other senator was the Minnesota governor, Hubert Humphrey. And so they call it the Humphrey Hawkins conference in front of Congress. And then the next day, I think they do the Senate. Let's see if we can find it. And then the next day we go and do. Tomorrow is. Let's see. Initial jobless claims, buildings. Maybe it's just one day this year. I'm not sure. Overall household spending. Let's see. U.S. Consumer. Building permits, labor, non-farm payroll, continuing jobless claims. That's it. Okay, so it's just today. So they'll be speaking to the House and the Senate today, I think it is. And so that'll be the pressure on the markets there. And that has influence. When interest rates are dropping, obviously, people sell dollars, and when interest rates are going up, they buy dollars. And it's like that in every currency, because people like to park their money where they can get some money back, make some money out of it. And then there's the intraday as you see it. So it's had a couple of good plays. Some good wins here. There was a nice buy there. That was a nice win. There was another nice sell right there. And then it started to get sloppy. Then we went into another sell. You had 3 wins in a row. Then you went into a 4th win in a row, but it was getting smaller. And then we went into a sell. Right there. So it was 5-1 or 4-1. 4-1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it was 5-1. And it was a loss. 4-1. And then it was a sell again. And the second loss, so it was 4-2. And then that was a win in a sloppy way, Goes into the sell, hovers around in here at 60, and then finally breaks down. So it's a 5-1. And then I guess that's 6-1 we're at the moment. We're still in the buy. It's going higher there and higher there. So it's giving you chances to get out if you need to get out. All comes down to how much capital you're using, and the strategy, and the product, and so forth. All right, so it's at a 6-1, but a very sloppiness in here. Now from there, we'll go and look at the beta. See how it looks this morning. There's the beta, and you can see there. Let's see what perks onto the screen there. There's the beta. It's been in a daily sell for a couple days. And you can see it's climbed into the weekly sell last week. So it's feeling that pressure. And it is. It's trying to drift down. It's trying. That's the best way to describe it. All right. From there, we'll go over to the euro. If anybody wants to see anything, shout it out. We'll take a look at it. If not, I will just go through my rhythm. And we're looking in, was it the 30 minutes? The ADP number comes out. That's always fun. That'll shake them up. Shake them up. Yeah. All right. Let's get. There it is right there. There's the euro. Let's put that up on the screen. There's the euro. It's in a buy now for a third day. It's above the weekly, and it's breaking the manifold. So now I'm going to throw a line in there because that's usually a pretty high statistic. About 99% of the time, when it breaks the top manifold during the week, that definitely puts it into it. It's like 99% of the time it will close in a weekly buy. There it is right there. Okay, so that's the euro against the dollar. And you can see it's been going through that same channel thing. It just doesn't, they knock it down, they take it up, they knock it down, take it up. But it's not big range, It's not, what did I see yesterday on the Great Experiment? It made another all-time high of 35.5 or something like that. We're looking for the 37 area now, so. Dear. Don't go to 100 someday. Please don't. Those poor people in Turkey need more stability. All right. Let's look at the intraday. See how the intraday is doing. Right there. We'll widen it out a little bit. No, like that. Actually, go like that. That's interesting. Just look at today, and let's widen it out more so we can see it better. So you had like a buy. I guess we could. This is like the Frankfurt, and everybody's open. This is like nightly trading, and then we go. This is where the liquidity starts to come in. So you see, you can choose any one of these as a buy. I mean, like there's a buy. And obviously it goes up, and let's just show you another buy. There's another buy right there, and it goes up, and let's put a sell in there too. There's a sell, and it goes down. You can see those 3 bars down there before it goes back into the buy, and you can see there's your next sell right there, and that's a loser. So there's 3 to 1. There is 4 to 1. There is 5 to 1. There is 6 to 1. There. Okay, here it is. There is the sell, 7 to 1. It goes lower. The next bar does go lower. And 7 to 1. There's 8 to 1 right there. That's a really winner chicken dinner, big time. And there is 10 to 1, winner. There's your 8.5 or 8.6 out of 10 situation. And then let's go further down and look and see what's going on there. Let's see how it is at late. There is your winner chicken dinner there. Let's see, where's the buy at? I think I can move it over. There's the buy. Let's grab it. Right there. Where's the buy at? There's the buy right there. And obviously that was a winner chicken dinner, and you can grab the sell. Winner chicken dinner. Nope, right there. And then there's the buy again. Winner chicken dinner. There's your sell. Winner chicken dinner. See what I mean? This is the daily intraday daily. Intraday, just intraday, not daily. Daily. We look at daily and weeklies, and of late we now watch the intradays, which is fine with me. I get a big entertainment out of it. So, let's see where else we go. Nothing better than doing something live, Just put that in there like that, right there. Still in the sell. Who knows what they're trying to do? I would assume. Well, look. Let's put it this way: the markets are concerned in basically was that 9 and 14. So 23 minutes are going to be telling us the ADP employment number, And that can freak out the markets. That can be high action. So they're trying to position themselves, and that's what we're seeing is the positioning of it. So from there, we'll slide over to the British pound. See what the British pound is up to. We'll go to the intraday first. How's that been doing? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Let's just throw the first buy in there. There's the first buy. And it was a winner. And then there's your first sell. That was a winner. It went into the sell on this bar, and there it goes down low. It gives you a chance to make it. It's up to you what you're going to do with it. Then your next buy was right there. A very poor buy. Did go higher. So we'll call that a minus, just because we get too many wins as it is. So there is your next one. There's your sell. That was a win, and it still stayed in the sell all the way out to there. Went into the sell here. Went into the buy right there. And so it's like, there's like 5-1. There's 6-1 is really tough. Look at that. It goes down barely. So let's say 6-2. Why not? And then where's your buy at? Where's your buy right there? 7-2, 8-2. I know. You get a chance to do something. But 8-2, 9-2. I think we're still in the sell. Yeah, we're still in the sell. No, right there is the buy. 9-2. Went into the buy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes into the buy right here on this bar right there. Then goes into a goes up a little bit, kind of a 9-2. Call it whatever you want to call it, 9-3. I don't care. And then goes back into the sell right there, and still in the sell as we speak. And it's down in here. The buy is going to be somewhere down in here. Okay, there it is. That is the cable. And that one's, I guess if you stretch it out to 20 trades, more than likely you'll have, I don't know, you'll have, maybe it'll be 8 out of a 10 or something like that, or maybe it'll go to 9 out of 10 again. Only we will know soon enough. So let's take a look at the daily. Daily's in a buy like the euro is. They both have gone into the buys. Right there. So it's 3 days in a buy, flirting with the weekly, and just a general idea of how it's acting against the euro. There it is right there. It stood in a daily sell for 3 days, the euro GBP pairs trade, but it's still in a weekly buy. But it was in a long weekly sell here from the, was it the 88 area or something like that? I don't know. Let's see what that is. 88 area. So it went into the weekly sell in the 88 area and drove itself all down to the 85 area. And that is that. What else can we say about any of this? Also there's been some interesting news. Mr. Trump, I think he swept all the states. Yeah, I think he swept all the states. So, and I think Mrs. Haley is out of the race now. I think she's finally walked away, thinking, "Geez, do I have to destroy my career for helping the Democrats? Why do I need to destroy my career?" That's really what it comes down to. She's trying to destroy her career. That's really weird. Very, 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 very weird. Very, very, very weird. Indeed. I hope they paid her. I bet they did. I bet they gave her, I bet her wealth now has gone from 8 million to 12 million or something like that. So when Mr. Trump brought her into the government after being governor. She was in bankruptcy. She was actually in bankruptcy. So, all right. So from there, the British pound. What else can we say? We've seen what the daily's doing. The intraday is being sloppy. It's trading at basically at 8 out of 10, not 9 out of 10, or 8.5 out of 10, 8.6. It's being a little sloppy. All right. Now, over here, let's go take a look at the Swiss franc. There's the Swiss franc. Went into the sell yesterday, and now they've jerked it right back into the buy. That's curious. And we're still in that long weekly march on the upside from the 86 area, and here we are at basically 88.5 area type of thing. They're slowly marching up, and I'm so, impressed with the way the government there, is battling, not doing what our clowns did, walking around mumbling crazy stuff like it's transitory and don't worry about it, and a year and a half later, everybody's got 10% inflation. So that's the good thing. That is the good thing. And you can see the Swiss government getting involved, realizing that they need to tighten the money supply up a little bit, and they did. Even now, even with it trading in the 88s, just because it went down to 83, 84, I mean, that's like, that's pretty good stuff, That is, it's real good stuff. All right. From there, we'll go over to the yen. Let's see how the yen is doing. Right there. Yen went into a buy yesterday, even with it being down. And it's taking it on the chin today. You can see that. And we're in that weekly buy, so I'm not sure what that's going on. And you know what? Let me see what the Nikkei did overnight. Nikkei was up again. It's showing strength. Trading over the 40,000 area. Let me take a sip of my tea. Yep, trading over the 40,000 area, so that's good. At all-time highs. We've basically seen the currency go up almost 50% from inflation, going from like 105 up to 151, 152. So, that's the stocks are basically moving because of the inflation more than anything else. But that's all right. Up is up, And let's see. I'll show you the Nikkei. There's the Nikkei. See that nice march. Lots of weekly buys, lots of daily buys too. Lots of both. Let's take a look at the intraday, see how that's been acting, see if it's playing nice with others. Ooh, look at, they're still moving down on the British pound. Look at that. Talk about, some of the moves in the British pound have been really great today on the intraday. All right, there, let's go over to the yen right there. We may come back and look and see. Okay, there it's in the buy. Goes in the buy right there. Put that in there like that. There we are. Let's see if we can raise the thickness of this thing like that. There we go. There's the buy. Where was the last sell? Last sell was right there. That was a nice winner. And then the last buy before that was right there. And that was a nice winner. And the last sell was right there. And that was loser, 2 to 1. 2 to 1. And there was a loser too. 2 to 2. Big winner here. 3 to 2. 4 to 2. So what was that? Let's do this again. 1 1 0 2 0 2 0 3 1 3 1 4-1. Is that 4-1? Not really. No, not 4-1. 4-2. 4-2. 5-2. 6-2. 7-2. It's holding around the range. Not bad. And that is the yen. That is the yen. What else can we say about the yen? Let's just look at it again on that daily, weekly thing going on. No, that's the dollar index. There it is right there. And there's the yen. Let's widen that out more so you can really get a flavor of it. You can see pressure on it. Wasn't a sell, but you know, we're in that weekly buy, so you really don't want to trade the sells. So just waiting for the next. There's that daily buy yesterday, and it failed at it. So there's pressure on it again. So we'll have to see how they play this out by the end of the day. And see what we got. We got 12 minutes away from the ADP. That should be very entertaining. ADP. All right, where do we go? Oh, we go to the Great Experiment. There you go. You see that new all-time high today. 35.27. Right now it's trading at 34.55. Keeps on giving us closing all-time highs. You know, we're just watching this. You know, the Turkish lira is just marching along. If it goes into the 40s, my goodness, I think it can stall out in the 30s for the time being, like 36.5, 37, something like that. So be interesting. You see that one spike there that pushed it up into the 35s. All right, there's not much you can say about this. It is just the Great Experiment at this point. It's the only way to look at it. All right, from there we go over to the South African Rand. We'll check out the metals complex. You can see it's got that downwardly slope, and obviously metals have been pushing up. So let's put some metals in there. Oh, you can't see that. Let's do that right there. Yeah, see, that's the Nikkei pushing down, and you didn't see the Great Experiment. Let me show you the Great Experiment right there. Ouch, ouch, and more ouch. 25 weeks in a buy. Ugh. They just cannot get this thing out of trouble. It seems like once they had that problem with that earthquake, it just seems to show that they just don't seem to be able to do the job that they need to do. Let's put it that way. All right, and there's the Rand, which is nice. Look at that. It's flirting with the weekly sell as we speak right there. Let's put that in there. Right on the edge, minus 0.0096. Huh. There is that push, that's for sure. Push, push, and more push. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Alrighty. From there, we slide over to, where do we go from there? Let's go to gold. Let's see what gold's doing. And gold is up again today. Let's find it. And there it is right there. There's gold. It's been climbing and been in a daily buy since back here. Now last week it went into the weekly buy, and it's just a monster move from it's almost $100 up. It is up $100 from it. Let's see. Yep, that's something. And then we take a look at silver. Silver got sloppy yesterday, went down a little bit. Seems to be picking up its head again today. It's been in that daily buy since there, and our weekly buy since back in here. So, and it went into the weekly buy daily buy right there. And so it was a bumpy road, as they would say in Harry Potter. I think it's going to be a bumpy ride. And it was. Boy, they love to hate silver, don't they? And then copper. Copper is like, the gold of China. So they keep on flirting with it. They keep, trying to do things. We'll see how long how long it plays out. But they've been trying to get the copper going, and it doesn't seem to be happening. And then from there, let's see, where is it at? We'll go like that, right there. We'll go take a look at platinum. Platinum's, again, they're just shorting this thing, and I am so, like, they're just battling with that thing, and it just has a hard time. Yesterday, they gave us, like, almost a sell signal. I think we had a red line in there, and then the day the exchange changed it around a little bit, and the data shows the opposite now. So it's like, good Lord. And you can see the weekly's been in that. That's harder to fudge. In other words, that's harder to screw up. So the weekly is dragging its feet, and I guess we'll be seeing, that straightening out very soon. The weekly, let's see, where is it at? So from there, we go to all right. From the weekly and platinum, we jump over to the energy sector. That's what it is. We do the energy sector. So let's open up the. I don't even care. I mean, if anybody wants to see Canadian dollar, let me know. But at this point, it's always more fascinating to do this. You see, it went into the sell yesterday. It did not make a new low. It was in a weekly buy. It's still in the weekly buy. It's above. See, it's at 0.46. It was flirting with it yesterday or this morning, one or the other. Either way, it stopped doing it, and it's trying to lift up. But we're not into the buy yet. We're showing a volatility signal of green and red. Let's see. Let's put it up on. Let's show you Brent over on the beta. Where's that mouse at? Right there. There's the beta. And there is Brent. And you see the Brent trying to get into a sell today. Like the way, crude oil is. And at the same time, actually, let's see. Brent is in a daily sell from yesterday. That's what it is. It went into the daily sell yesterday. And you can see the weekly is trying to press down also. But it's still in the buy, just like the way the West Texas Intermediate is right there. So this bounces back and forth, in and out, up and down. It just doesn't let go. It still plays the same game, different day. And, they can't, with all the noise in the world and so forth, you have to wonder how much is being anticipated down the road and how much is actually happening. So in other words, what do I mean by anticipated down the road? How much are they? I mean, Mr. Trump is polling enormously higher over Biden, and he's beating Biden in the primaries. He's beating him in the polls, and you know that oil prices are going to come down when Mr. Trump gets in office. And now that's the battle. It's they're trying to see if they can they've been illegally bringing in. They've brought in over 10 million illegal aliens. The U.S. government has allowed them in, which is against the law, and they're trying to make them work for the Democrat Party and vote for the Democrat Party when that's illegal also. So I mean, we have this outlaw government basically at this point talking about free people, free markets, and at the same time doing neither. So we're 4.5 minutes away now from the thing coming. See the ADP. Mm-hmm. That is so nice. So, let's see, where are we at from there? Let's do this. Let's do this. And see what they're talking about at this point. Let's get the tape up going. I don't have the tape going. Let's put the tape on. live tape and see what the numbers look like. With 3 minutes left, there we go. So that'll be coming out the door in a few minutes, and maybe we'll watch the when it's 14 after. What we'll do is I think we'll put the S&P 500 on and just watch and see how they treat it. Matter of fact, we might as well just go over to it right now. We can show you. Let's do this. Let's do natural gas right here. There's natural gas. You can see it's trying to drift up. It's been in that daily buy, weekly sell, kind of trapped in that neutral zone. And then let's go over and look at that energy company down in Spain, which was flirting with the $20 area, which is really cool. Got down pretty low. Can't complain about that, that's for sure. There it is right there. You can see that pressure that's been on it. You can see it's been in a weekly sell for months. And most of the time it's been in a daily sell, and it's come down from the $27 area. You can see there 27 and change when it went into the weekly sell. And let's take a look at, here's another thing we should take a look at. Here is the 30-year bond. Right there. It's been moving up. This is the 30-year bond. So interest rates are going down. When the price of a bond goes up, interest rates are going down. And that's what's putting the pressure on, obviously, the dollar index right there. It's like the mirror image always. See, as that's going down, there's the bond's been going up. It's bond price, not the interest rates. Interest rates have been going down. The bond price goes up. So, in other words, you buy that bond and you get a interest return. You make money. If the bond goes higher in price, then that interest rate goes down. All right. So we're going to go into that last minute as we speak about it. Where's the last minute? There we go. And there's the S&P 500. You can see it's been climbing up for the last, what's the last hour, I guess you could say. They're looking for 150,000 in the private sector jobs. January JOLTS estimate 8.895. And we are right on the edge. We've got, where's it at now? Time-wise, it is in about 30 seconds. It's under a minute now. Let's see how it plays. And we are 15 seconds away. Let's see what it does. We should really have two screens up. One like the Euro, one like the S&Ps. We should do that. Let's see if we can do that real quick. Let's see what we can find. Oh, look at that nice spike. So it's out. And let's see what the numbers look like. February jobs report looking for 200,000. Let's see. And we're anticipating 150,000 jobs. So obviously it did a spike on the news. And the number is, where is it at? We're trying to find the number now. Should pop out any second now. Because obviously you can see it in the prices. It gave it a quick jerk. Nothing so far. That's the S&P 500. The stock market on the left. That's the euro against the dollar on the right, and here's the number. Came in at 140,000. I guess that excites them to think that they can drop interest rates. Huh. So they're looking for the revisions now, see what goes. And both were in intraday buys. That's cool. Right there. Gotta make that thicker. Uses default. Like that. There we go. And same thing over here. There it is right there. There's your buy. So it had, both were winner chicken dinners, that's for sure. All right. That is the news when it comes to the employment number. It was 140. January ADP revised to 111,000. But I don't know what the number was originally. So it might have come down. So that gives them confidence. You know, the market starts to think, oh, they're going to lower rates. You know, they're going to do something like that. But look at the S&P 500 seems to have stopped and is trying to push towards the sell. It hasn't done it yet. But look at the euro. The euro is pushing towards, how big a swing was that? When we widen this. So it jumped up to 108, was that 108.77 basically, and is now trading at 108.74. You're only talking about a couple, 71. Okay, so it's 6 ticks. That's what it is, 6 ticks. Nothing major, and it hasn't pushed into the sell yet. All right. Let's see what else is new around here. From the energy companies, we can go look at we can do a nice walkthrough of all the stock indices across the planet. And we'll call it a day. So let's start off with Asia. And let's take a look at the Nikkei again. Put it up over here. There's the Nikkei. It closed above 4,000 at another all-time high. That's cool. Then we go over to the Korean, South Korean index, the Kospi, and there it is right there. It's drifted for the last couple of days down, but it's off of its January lows, so that's pretty good. So it came from the 2,450 area or 30 area, something like that, and ran almost up to the 2,700 area. 26, let's see, what is that? That is 2680 basically. So that's pretty cool. That was a nice move. And it's bouncing around in that area. Then from there we go over to Hong Kong. Hong Kong has been on a drift into the downside. Let's try that again. Hong Kong's been in a drift from here. You could say like that. There's Hong Kong over the since February 23rd. It's been finding ways to go sideways to down. So we've gone from 110 down to 95. That's a pretty deep drop. Then from there we go over to the Hang Seng, right there. Hang Seng was down yesterday, 2 days ago, but today it was up. So they're lifting it up a little bit. You can see the weekly is still in the buy there. And then from the Hang Seng, we look at their premier stock indice. It's 30 stocks, so it's like the best of the best of their stocks in China. Shenzhen, is it? I think it is. They call it. And you can see there, it's still climbing and climbing and climbing. It bounced into that area like that, and it's been pushing up. It's 30 stocks, and it's probably the best of the best. And so that is pretty much our Asian view. I guess we should have like the Taiwan, something like that. That would be kind of neat. I'll have to hunt down a few more Asian products. Then from there we jump over to or South Pacific, like the Australian index and so forth. Let's jump over to Europe. There's the DAX. DAX has been holding very firm and very steady up. You can see it's been in a weekly buy for 9 weeks, and on the daily, so it just slid into the sell a couple of days ago, and then is trying to bounce back up today. We'll see. And then from there we go to the CAC 40 in Paris. Where's CAC 40 in Paris? Oh, there's a foot. There it is, right there. Same thing, kind of sideways to up. Been in that weekly buy for 9 weeks, looking pretty good. And then from there, we go to the FTSE. FTSE's doing that downwardly draft, just like the way the Dow is, just pushing down softly, going from the 77.45 area, I guess you could say, to the 76.20 area. Dropped about 100 points out of it all. Right now, it's still hovering in the 76.70 area, and it's been in a weekly buy for 5 weeks. And then we jump over to the United States. US of A. Go to, let's see, where's it at? Right there. There's the S&P. The S&P, we know what it's been doing. It's been in a weekly buy for 10 weeks, and it slid into a daily sell yesterday, but it's lifting today. NQ, same situation. Been in a weekly buy for 10 weeks and slipped into the sell yesterday. And then the one that's catching my eye is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's flirted back and forth a few times. It went into the weekly sell last week, trying to get into the weekly buy this week. Showing a lot more pressure on the downside. But that's I guess what do you call it? That's a divisor compared to a divisor index versus a cap weighted. So it's interesting. Every stock has the same amount of value in the index. So if one stock goes up $2, another stock goes up $2, they're both equal in how much they go up. All right, traders, I guess that's it. We got to come up with a title today. I don't know what to say about today. Today's been every day has been inflation and taxes of late. So today, let's see, what can we say about it? Oh, we'll have to come up with a title, and I'm not sure what to say. What did I really talk about today? Talked about the Humphrey Hawkins situation. Fed talking, how much they want to stop the push up. All right, let's see what we can find here. All right. Anyway, we'll sing and we'll figure it out because I can't figure it out. I don't know. Let's see. What can I call? I'll throw something out there, and I'll give you a minute or so to say something against it, and then I'll stay with it if you like it. So today's title, yesterday's was interest rates. 2 days ago was title interest rate in doubt, and then yesterday's was one rate cut this year, and so today's title more than likely will be, I'm going to say, I don't know. I see the election influencing the markets. I see the unemployment. I don't really see. I think the markets are looking beyond. I think that's the best way to look at it. Equity markets. Equity. Let's see. Let's try it again. Equity markets look out 9 months. There we are. Equity markets look out 9 months. I think that's the way I see it. All right. And it does. It feels that way. It doesn't feel like they're really watching what's going on now as much as they're just looking at what will be. And that's the way it just seems to me. All right, traders. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, to all our trading friends. Later, traders. Have a good day, and we will catch you on Thursday. Ta-ta for now.